University Falcons.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Senior Day 2012. We have the opportunity today to recognize and honor 11 outstanding senior student athletes for their contributions to this football program. Luis Cruz has been a 4-year member of the Fitchburg State football team, serving a primary role as a return specialist and defensive back. Over his career, he has totaled 39 tackles while posting 1 forced fumble and 1 fumble recovery. This year, Cruz has seen a bulk of his action on the receiving end, turning in 12 kick returns over 7 games played. He has totaled 132 yards on the season with a long return of 14.5 yards. Ladies and gentlemen, number 3, Luis Cruz. Sajan Thakar has been a 3-year member of the Fitchburg State football squad, earning NEFC All-Academic honors in the 2011 season. As a quarterback, Thakar has seen action in 9 career games, totaling 10 completions for 96 yards. This year, Thakar has posted career highs behind center, including a 6-for-9 performance versus Framingham State. Against the Rams, Thakar totaled 70 yards while producing a quarterback efficiency rating of 109.79. Ladies and gentlemen, number 17, Sajan Thakar. Jim Caporelli has been a 4-year linebacker for the Falcons football team. On the defensive side, Caporelli has appeared in 28 career games, totaling 69 tackles with 38 solo efforts and 31 assists. This season, Jim has seen action in all 7 games, totaling 22 stops for the Falcons. He's produced 15 solo tackles along with 7 assists, while also adding 1 forced fumble versus the Rams of Framingham State. Ladies and gentlemen, number 44, Jim Caporelli. Andrew Lazat has been a 4-year member of the Fitchburg State football team. Over his career, Lazat has appeared in 19 career games, totaling 20 tackles with 10 solo stops and 10 assists. Off the field, Lazat has also been strong, earning a pair of NEFC All-Academic accolades during his career. This season, Andrew has appeared in 6 contests for the Falcons, posting 3 tackles and 1 forced fumble. Ladies and gentlemen, number 50, Andrew Lazat. Kyle Litchwell has been a 4-year member of the Fitchburg State football team. He has seen action on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball, while also playing a primary role on the Falcons' special teams. Throughout his 4-year career, Litchwell has appeared in 12 games. He's also represented the Falcons well off the field, earning a pair of NEFC All-Academic team nominations during the 2010 and 2011 campaigns, along with Dean's List marks in the classroom. Ladies and gentlemen, number 52, Kyle Litchwell. Matt Belanger has been a 4-year member of the Fitchburg State football team. Serving a primary role at linebacker, Belanger has seen action in 23 career games, totaling 10 tackles with 7 solo efforts, 3 assists, and a fumble recovery. This year, Matt has totaled 4 appearances for the Falcons, registering a pair of solo tackles versus Maine Maritime and Framingham State. Off the field, Belanger has been just as strong, earning 2 NEFC All-Academic honors over the 2010 and 2011 campaigns. Ladies and gentlemen, number 53, Matt Belanger. Mark Millette has been a 4-year offensive lineman for the Fitchburg State team. He's appeared in 19 career games while leading the Falcons to over 4,000 yards rushing and 5,800 yards passing. During his career, Fitchburg State has amassed 90 total touchdowns, including 42 on the ground and 48 in the air. A 1-time NEFC All-Academic honoree, Millette has represented the Falcons well off the field, including a high-profile internship in Washington, D.C. in 2011. Ladies and gentlemen, number 60, Mark Millette. Walter Kuzmarek has been a 3-year member of the Falcons' offensive line. Over his career, Walter has collected a pair of NEFC All-Academic honors while appearing in 18 games on Fitchburg State's front line. This year, he has seen action in 5 games while leading the Falcons to 896 yards rushing, 1,245 yards passing, and 22 total touchdowns. Ladies and gentlemen, number 72, Walter Kuzmarek. Nick Wheeler has been a 4-year member of the Falcons football team. Despite being limited due to a pair of season-ending injuries during the 2010 and 2011 seasons, Wheeler has persevered, earning a spot on the Falcons roster each of his 4 seasons and collecting a pair of NEFC All-Academic accolades. This season, Wheeler has appeared in 2 games, including appearances versus Coast Guard and the Mass Maritime Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, number 89, Nick Wheeler. Bob Booth has been a 4-year member of the Fitchburg State football team, serving as a captain of this squad during his senior season. An active member on both sides of the ball, Booth has proved his versatility, earning starting roles as both an offensive and defensive lineman. Throughout his career, he's totaled 45 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, and 1 fumble recovery. This year, Bob's totaled 8 tackles with 4 solo stops before transitioning to the offensive side of the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, number 55, Bob Booth. Jesus Moore has been a 4-year starter for the Fitchburg State football team, serving as captain of the squad during this senior season. Over his career, Moose has led the Falcons defensively, totaling 131 tackles with 69 solo efforts and 62 assists. He's posted 22.5 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery. This year, Moore has appeared in all 7 games for the Falcons, posting 25 tackles, including 16 solo efforts. He currently ranks 2nd on the squad with 6.5 tackles for a loss, while adding a sack for 9 yards lost. Ladies and gentlemen, number 91, Jesus Moore. At this time, the Fitchburg State University Athletic Department would also like to honor 2 senior cheerleaders, Ms. Erin Killam and Ms. Felicia Biardi. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2012 seniors here at Elliott Field.
And as we recognize the graduating seniors of Fitchburg State University, we welcome you to Elliott Field and Senior Day, the final home game of the season, live here on FATV. I'm John Gugerty, joined this week by Alex Bagdasarian. Excuse me, I'm tripping over my tongue today. I'm so caught up as a Fitchburg State alum. It is so great to see the seniors of Fitchburg State honored here at Elliott Field. Alex, your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely a bittersweet day for Fitchburg State seniors. It's been a rough ride for them, but you know what? Today is a nice ceremony. They get to get recognized, and hopefully they can go out with a win in their final home game of their career.
We will hope to see the Falcons seniors get a win in their final game of their Fitchburg State home career. They do still have a few games left on the road. They will be taking on the Bears of Bridgewater State. Give us a little picture of the Bears.
Well, the Bears are a very rush-heavy team, and their quarterback,
Mike McCarthy,
has been doing everything for them. He's rushed the ball well. He's thrown the ball well. Last week against Worcester State, he had 24 rushes for 130 yards. So he certainly is the majority of their offense, either passing or rushing. They have a very strong offense, two-dimensional. They spread the ball around real well. So certainly a tough task for Fitchburg State today.
McCarthy is certainly a double threat. He can do it on the ground or through the air. He has 8 rushing touchdowns on the season. He's added another 4 passing. And as you mentioned, Alex, one thing that stood out to me, when Bridgewater State throws the ball, they throw it to whoever's open. They don't have one preferred target. We've seen the Bears complete passes to Matthew Green, Adam Ledoux, Matt Monahan, Nick Jablonski, and a half dozen other names. So when McCarthy goes back to pass, you really don't know who he's going to throw to, or for that matter, if he's going to take off and run. It makes the Bears a very powerful offensive attack, and that's enabled them to get off to a 6-1 record to start the season.
Talk about spreading the ball around. They have 4 players on their offensive team with double-digit receptions.
And of those 4, none are over 20. Matthew Green is the team's leading receiver with 19 catches for 306 yards. But don't let that make you think that the Bears cannot throw the ball. They can throw it. They just throw it to anyone and everyone. Captains are out at midfield for the coin toss. Captains for Bridgewater State are Kurt Merrick, Mike DiTilio, Paul Melicherick, Justin Cruz, and Matt Monahan. For the Falcons, the captains are Bob Booth, Stephon Teague, and Jesus Moore, and Christian Lopez, the team's starting quarterback, is today's game captain for Fitchburg State. The Falcons have won the toss and deferred, so Bridgewater State will get the ball to begin the half, and Fitchburg will kick from right to left. Not really much of a wind here. It's a gorgeous day. No real wind to speak of, though.
Yeah, just a beautiful day. Very calm. No wind. But look at the foliage around here.
It is gorgeous. We were talking before the game. Fitchburg is very lucky to have 2 distinct football atmospheres. You've got Crocker Field, which is right in the middle of downtown, and then Elliott Field here just off John Fitch Highway. It's kind of tucked in a corner, but once you get here, it is a gorgeous view. It's spectacular.
And for Fitchburg State, the key is the first quarter. Fitchburg State has had a tough time getting off to good starts this season in the first quarter. Or just in general, the Falcons have yet to win any first quarter this year.
I think part of that, we'll actually touch on that after the national anthem. Let's turn it over to the band.
National anthem.
You mentioned, Alex, the Falcon offense having trouble getting off to a good start in the first quarter. I believe, and you can confirm this for me, the Falcons have not led at the end of the first quarter all season. Is that correct?
Correct. They have not won a single first quarter. Earlier in the season, they had a couple 7-7s or scoreless first quarters, but lately they have fallen way behind. Last week against Mass Maritime, they trailed 21-0 after one quarter.
It's really tough when you're down 3 touchdowns at the end of a quarter to put together an offense. One thing, on our last broadcast of Falcon football 2 weeks ago, we saw the Falcons have a lot of trouble just moving the ball. Last week against Mass Maritime, they were able to put 32 points on the board. Stephon Teague rushed for, I believe, over 180 yards, had a couple of touchdowns. Christian Lopez was back from his injury. He threw for close to 290 yards with a couple of touchdowns as well. So the Falcon offense did have a better game last week against Mass Maritime. Let's see if that can carry over this week against the Bridgewater State Bears. Eric Anastasio's kick is away. It is taken in. Actually, no, it's not. It is dropped into the end zone. He needs to get it out to avoid a safety. Now just looking for some kind of yardage. Finally fights his way up to about the 11-yard line. That was Mike Gentile, senior running back, on the return for the Bears. Not very good field position there. After Gentile fumbled the kickoff, he really couldn't get anything going. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, here it is. You see him running out of the end zone here. Tries to cut it back, but Fitchburg State had this covered pretty well. Gentile gang tackled at the 11-yard line.
So that is where the Bears will start. 1st and 10, just inside their own 11. We mentioned Mike McCarthy is the quarterback. He will also do the bulk of the running. So Bridgewater comes out with an empty backfield. Now motion to the near side. McCarthy will take it himself. He's up across the 15, mark him down at about the 17. Good gain for him, give him about 5 yards.
Yeah, you see a draw play there by Mike McCarthy, and I think that's what we're going to see a lot of today from Bridgewater State. They really like those draws and those option plays.
A lot of draws, a lot of options, a lot of QB keepers, but don't forget, McCarthy can also throw the ball as well. 2nd down and about 4 now for Bridgewater. McCarthy will come out in the shotgun. Play action fake, rolls to his left. He looks to throw, pass is complete. That's good for a 1st down and brought down at about the 25 is number 15. That's Matt Green.
McCarthy's pass is complete. Matt Green with the reception.
Green's a junior, goes 5'11", about 170 out of Stoughton, Mass. I know it's early yet, but here's today's geography question, Alex. Where the heck is Stoughton, Mass?
Stoughton, Mass. That's got to be what? South Shore.
South Shore? I was thinking down near Brockton. Yeah. Back to live action now. Handoff goes up along the left side and run out of bounds. I believe that was Gentile on the carry.
And you see Bridgewater State spreading it out a little bit here. Take a look. Gentile gets a handoff in the back. Find some space around the left side.
Good blocking by the Bear offensive line. There wasn't a Falcon there until he was finally run out of bounds. Gain of 9 for Gentile. Bring up 2nd down and 1. This time it's a pitch to the near side. Not much developing there, and Gentile is going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Talib Barksdale bringing him down for a loss of 5. Take a look at this one.
Yeah, Talib Barksdale got right into the background here. And Gentile had trouble finding that hole, and Barksdale was right there to squander that.
Pitch to the outside. It never opened up. Gentile wound up losing 5, so call it 3rd and a short 6. McCarthy looks to pass, looking to his left. He's got all day, but now he's going to take it himself. He gains a couple, but he is well short of the 1st down.
Yeah, very good opening defensive series for Fitchburg State here on Senior Day. As we see McCarthy drop back, he really doesn't see anything downfield, so he just takes off down the middle.
Looked like that was James Mullen who made the initial hit, but there was a flock of Falcons there.
James Mullen made the tackle, and Bridgewater State will punt.
Jared Diorio will do the kicking for Bridgewater State, and Luis Cruz, the senior, will be the return man. This one's a high spiraling kick. Cruz is not going to take this one. He makes a fair catch at the 30. So pretty good field position for the Falcons, and they are led by the returning to Elliott Field, Christian Lopez.
Christian Lopez is back. And
we saw a couple of weeks ago, Brian McDonald was scheduled to be the starting quarterback, hurt his hand on his very first throw, so it was Saj Thakar and Kyle Pearson. Neither could get much going. Christian Lopez is the quarterback again this week, and Stefan Teague is the tailback in the eye behind Lopez. Lopez back to pass on 1st down. Throws to his right. That's complete. Jordan Burris across the 40. He's brought down at the 15, at the 45, excuse me. It's a gain of 15 and a Falcon 1st down.
Yeah, you see him drop back here, and a nice slant pass. And Fitchburg State picks up 15 yards and a 1st down.
So right off the bat, you're seeing the difference. when you have your starting quarterback under center. The Falcon offense was very potent a few weeks ago against Maine Maritime. We'll look to see some more of that today. I formation behind Lopez once again. This time it's Teague, the ball carrier. He is hit in the backfield. He'll be brought down for a loss of 4. David Sylvia leaving the hit for the Bears.
Stephen Teague with his first carry of the game, and he loses about 4 yards. You take a look at it here. Clean handoff, and Bridgewater State had that red with number 44.
Teague had an excellent week last week, 33 carries, over 180 yards. Couldn't get it going there. Second down pass by Lopez is complete to the far side. That's Burris again. He's out close to midfield. They'll mark him down in Bear territory.
Yeah, second catch of the game. A nice throw, and Burris picked up about 3 yards after the catch.
Good work by Burris to get out of the hit by Sylvia. They mark him down right at midfield, so call it now 3rd down and 5 for the Falcons. They need to get to the Bridgewater 45. Burris and Ty Spencer lined up to the near side. Lopez looks to the near, throws for Burris, passes tipped and incomplete, just over his hands. So on all 3 pass plays by the Falcons, we've seen Christian Lopez target Jordan Burris as we take a look at this one.
Yeah, here it is again, another slant pass, and that one thrown a little too high and off the fingertips of Burris.
Just a little bit high. Burris could only get a hand on it. Bit lucky that that wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, he had about 3 guys around him.
Brian McDonald will do the kicking for Fitchburg State. He has recovered from his hand injury. Couple of Bears set back deep to return this one. Good snap. McDonald's kick is away. High end over end. Taken in at the 9-yard line. Bit surprised he didn't let that one go for a touchback, but he's getting good yardage on the return. Finally brought down at the 31 is number 13, Vincent Henry.
Yeah, it looks like Vincent Henry ran into his own guy there. He had a lot of space to run, and
we'll take a look at this one again. Initially, I thought it was a bit unwise for Henry to take this one in, but as you can see, he gets a big hole off to the right side.
Yeah,
and you're right, Alex. He is hit by his own man.
He was hit by number 40, Larry Kolaluka.
Motion to the near side, and it is a handoff that way. Flag comes down in the backfield. Looks like that might have been a hold. Right now, it is a 4-yard gain for Matt Green, but we'll wait for the official signal. The flag is all the way back at the 21-yard line, and a hold is indicated.
We'll see who got this penalty.
Hold indicated against Bridgewater State will negate the 4-yard gain on first down. Back that up 10 yards, so it'll be 1st and 20 for Bridgewater. Actually, it's 10 yards from the spot, excuse me. It's about 1st and 18. After the penalty, 1st and 18 Bears. Bridgewater will come out in the shotgun with Blaze Branch to the right of McCarthy. McCarthy back to pass, throws to his left. That pass is complete. Breaking tacklers finally dragged down. Talib Barksdale threw him down. Pass was completed to Jake Scott.
Yeah, you see here the pass to the right side. Jake Scott open on a screen. Find some space in the middle, but once he got past the 30, it was well read by Fitchburg State.
Scott almost back to the initial line of scrimmage. Call it 2nd and about 11 now. The Bears are at their 41. They need to get to the 40. They're at the 31, excuse me, and need to get to the 42. McCarthy will throw on 2nd down as well. This one's complete along the left side. That's good for a 1st down. Reception taken in by Michael Viola.
Yeah, you see Bridgewater State spreading it out here on offense. This is what they do. See the pass here to Viola down the middle. And Bridgewater State picks up a first down.
The Bears will make you go deep into your roster sheet to figure out who they're throwing the ball to. They will throw it to whoever's open. Gentile in the backfield this time with McCarthy. He gets the carry on 1st and 10, hit in the backfield. Looking to get back to the line of scrimmage. He won't do it. It's a loss of about a yard.
Fitchburg State had this read pretty well in the backfield. Gentile hit right away by number 57,
Kevin
Duong, and he gets the tackle on the side and really nowhere to go, no gain on the play.
Duong may be a familiar name. He is a Monty Tech alum, grew up right here in Fitchburg. Motion to the near side, play action. McCarthy will throw to the right. That's complete to Scott. He's into Falcon territory. Brought down at about the 41, but that will be good for a Bear first down.
Yeah, you see here, McCarthy dropped back, and Scott was open on the right side. Another slant pass, and hit by number 2, Seaforth. But it's a first down for Bridgewater.
We've seen Matt Green come in motion a lot for the Bears. That will be an integral part of their offense. 1st and 10 now, Bridgewater at the Falcon 41. Play action, McCarthy keeps. He's got a big hole in front of him. Finally tripped up after a gain of about 8. I believe that was Alcala on the hit.
Yeah, you see McCarthy here, and you can see his speed. He has a hole up the middle. Great blocking by the offensive line, and he picks up 8 on the play.
And he had blockers in front of him. That was an arm tackle by a defender that McCarthy was almost by. He could have gotten 20 on that. As it is, a gain of 7, 2nd down and 3. Handoff goes to Gentile this time along the right side. A flag comes in. Gentile is very close to the first down, but we'll see about the penalty.
Wrapped up by Barksdale. There's a flag down.
Another hold against the Bears. That's the 2nd holding penalty on this drive for Bridgewater State.
Yeah, definitely hurting themselves with penalties on this drive. They've been able to move the ball, though.
They have been moving the ball, which is impressive because they move it backwards and then just move it a bit more forward.
That's what they can do with a balanced attack.
2nd down and 12 now. Ball spotted back at the Falcon 43.
And you can see on this drive that McCarthy is a centerpiece of this offense. It really runs through him.
6:10 to play here in the first quarter as McCarthy goes from the shotgun. He has Branch to his left. Green comes in motion to the near side. Play action. McCarthy looking to his right. Finally throws it basically out of bounds. Matt Monahan was in the area, but really McCarthy was being pressured, and he just got rid of that one.
Yeah, senior Andrew Lizotte was in pressuring McCarthy into a bad throw. He had to get rid of that ball quick and just threw it away.
Good work by Lizotte, not buying the play-action fake and instead keying on the quarterback. Now 3rd down and 12 for Bridgewater. Gentile is to the right of McCarthy. McCarthy looking to his left, pumps, now throws. Pass is complete to Scott. He's very close to a first down, but driven backwards. They're going to spot him at about the 34, which would leave him 3 yards shy.
Yeah, it looks like initially a gain of 9 or 10 on the play. You see here, Scott was open, and what a throw there, threading through that Fitchburg State defense, and it will be 4th and 4.
A great play, but also a great defensive play by Asante Easter just to hold Scott up and let the Falcons stop him. Now on 4th and about 4, the Bears will go for it. McCarthy will keep it himself straight into the line. He's got the first down, still on his feet across the 25, finally brought down after a gain of 10. So just like that, 4th and 4, no hesitation at all. McCarthy takes the first down.
Yeah, an option play here on 4th down, and it seemed like Fitchburg State didn't read it on the left-hand side, and McCarthy picks up the first down easily.
To this point, Alex, that has been the strongest part of the Bear offense. McCarthy straight into the line. This time it's Gentili. He's got about 4 before finally being piled up. The entire Falcon defensive line got in on that one.
Here's another look. Gentili straight up the middle and almost got stripped.
Almost got stripped a couple of times, but that's just good old-fashioned smash-mouth football, and it gained 4 yards. Gentili will take it to the left this time, breaking tackles. He's still on his feet inside the 10. They're going to mark him down at about the 5-yard line. Gain of 18 and another Bear first down.
Another big gain on a run play, and Gentili straight up the middle to the left side a little bit too. And
you can see there, great blocking by the Bear line brings up 1st and goal at the 5 as we duck under 4 minutes to play. McCarthy will keep it himself this time. Straight into the line, nothing there now. He's down at the line of scrimmage. A flag has come in. Could this be a 3rd hold on the Bears on this drive?
yeah, here's McCarthy again up the middle, and we'll check the penalty.
Track in the neutral zone. At the distance to the goal, still 2nd down.
A Falcon defender was lined up in the neutral zone. So they'll take half the distance to the goal, and it will still be 1st down.
And this is Bridgewater State style. They're a very methodical offense. That's how they are being two-dimensional. They know how to run and they can pass, and they have had a lot of drives this year that have been many plays.
McCarthy on a sweep to the left this time. He will walk in untouched. That was ridiculously easy. Touchdown, Bridgewater State. So the Bear offense as advertised. It's Mike McCarthy, Mike McCarthy, Mike McCarthy, and Mike McCarthy gets the touchdown.
He had 2 last week against Worcester State, and he walks in untouched this time against Fitchburg State for the opening score. The 2 he had last week against Worcester State were 1-yard rushes.
And this was about 3. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So with 3:41 to play in the 1st quarter, the Bears draw first blood. They lead this one 7-0. And we do want to let you folks know, usually during halftime there's a little cheerleader presentation, maybe Kick It Like a Falcon. This week we're going to have the Lunenburg High School Marching Band under the direction of my good friend Karen Wardwell. They will be performing at halftime, promoting their new show this year. The field show theme is Phantom of the Opera. It's, I'm told, a wonderful presentation. I'm really looking forward to it. So stick around at the end of the first half for the Lunenburg High Marching Band.
And for Mike McCarthy, that is his 9th rushing touchdown of the season.
9 rushing touchdowns from your quarterback in 7 or 8 games. It's pretty good if you can get it.
After 2 last week.
Bear kickoff is away. It's short, taken in at about the 25. Taking it out to the 35. I believe that was Brian Wallace on the return.
And Fitchburg State looking for an opening drive right here by their freshman quarterback. No freshman?
Falcon offense taking the field for their 2nd drive, led by their junior quarterback, Christian Lopez.
Okay.
Junior's like a freshman. 2 years.
I must have read that
They had a
wrong.
freshman a couple of weeks ago. Kyle
That's right.
Pearson was in.
I must have read that wrong.
Lopez will go from the pistol on 1st down. He's got Stefan Teague behind him. Back to throw, looking to his left. He throws long for Burris. Burris has a step just over his reach. Maybe a step overthrown, but Jordan Burris had a step on his defender, and he was open.
Yeah, Fitchburg State going with a big play here on their opening pass of this drive, and Burris was open. He had a few steps, and that pass just a little overthrown.
And Lopez has a gun on him. He just took a little step forward and flicked that thing up 40 yards downfield.
That was quite the throw, just a little overthrown, and Burris had a step if he could have had that one.
Second
Would've
down
been a
and 10
touchdown.
now for the Falcons. Burris and Steven Vasquez lined up to the near side. Stephon Teague will get the carry. He's hit at the line, spins forward. Give him a gain of a couple. It'll bring up third down.
And here's Teague getting the handoff. Bridgewater State swarming around the ball. That was number 40 in on the tackle. Larry Kolaluka and on the tackle of Stephon Teague there. Sets up third down and 7.
So far, the Falcons haven't been able to get it going on the ground. They'll come out here 3rd and 7, probably a passing down. Burris and Vasquez lined up to the near side once again. Looks like Ty Spencer on the far side. Lopez will throw on third down. No, he will not. He is sacked. Brought down at the 30-yard line. I believe that was Tomas Rubio leading the hit for the Bears.
Yeah, 96, Thomas Rubio in on the play, hitting Lopez from behind, and he had no chance. It will be 4th down and 15 after that sack.
Rubio and Tate Doler combined to bring Lopez down in the backfield, but Rubio just hit Lopez from the backside. He had no idea that was coming. Brian McDonald will kick away as the Falcons go 3 and out. This one's a high end-over-end kick. Fair catch signal and made. A diving catch. Some style points there for Vincent Henry.
He almost overran the ball there.
We mentioned, Alex, that there really isn't much of a wind at field level, but above the trees, it's a bit stronger than you'd think. I think Vincent Henry misjudged that ball just a little bit.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a swirling wind around the field, and it looks like Henry overran that kick a little bit, but he was able to go back and lunge back and, fortunately for him, make the catch.
1st and 10 Bears at their own 25. Handoff goes to up the right side. Brought down at the 33. That's Blaze Branch on the carry. Excuse me, he's marked at the 38. That's good for a Bear first down.
Yeah, Bridgewater State bringing in a new quarterback as well, Caleb Gelsomino, and he hands it off to the right side. And number 2, Teron Seaforth in on the tackle.
We have seen the Bears go to Gelsomino on the season before. Now he's rolling to his left. He will throw. Pass is high but caught. They're going to mark that a reception on the far sideline.
Yeah, a nice throw here by Gelsomino as he rolls around to the right, almost like a bootleg. And
it is good for a Bear first down at their 49. Pitch to Brantz is loose. They're going to rule that an incomplete pass.
wow, that was close.
That was very close to being an incomplete pass or a lateral. Take a look at the replay here.
You know, on the replay, it did look like a lateral, and he dropped it. That's
very close.
Very close call.
I think it was the right call. Looking at the replay, I think it was the right call. That was a forward pass. Just barely, but it was. 2nd down and 10 now for the Bears. Gelsomino back to pass, looking over the middle. He's got plenty of time now under pressure. Rolls to his right. He's just going to throw this one up. Way out of bounds over the head of Jared Diorio.
Yeah, you take a look here. Gelsomino dropping back, and there's really nothing down the field for him.
What do you think, Alex? Gelsomino?
Gelsomino.
Gelsomino? We're going to go with Gelsomino. Leading the Bear line on 3rd and 10 is Gelsomino. He is a senior, 5'11", 185 out of North Scituate, Rhode Island. Throws to his right, passes intercepted. That one is picked off by Teron Seaforth. He got right underneath that roof, made a nice diving catch, and the Falcons will take over 1st and 10 at their own 31.
Great play by the sophomore defensive back. You see Gelsomino drop back here. Tries to force this one in. It was a low throw, and Seaforth able to dive in front and come up with the ball cleanly. Fitchburg State takes over at their own 30-yard line.
So a big swing in momentum there. Falcons look to take advantage. 1st and 10 at their own 31. Luis Feliz is the tailback behind Christian Lopez. In motion comes junior Louis Saint. Feliz will get the carry. The ball is on the ground, and I believe Bridgewater has fallen on it. They have. So one good turnover deserves another. How about that?
Well, didn't we see this 2 weeks ago? I mean, we saw this about 3 times from what I remember 2 weeks ago. You know, Fitchburg State forces a turnover, and then they give it right back. And you take a look here, just not a clean handoff at all.
Fumble on the exchange between Lopez and Feliz. We mentioned Feliz had come in, and obviously he and Christian Lopez were not on the same page. So a big swing of momentum now for the Bears. Gelsomino will come back out as the quarterback. He has Branch to his right. And Green comes in motion, play action fake. Gelsomino looks to throw, going to the end zone. Scott is there, pass is caught. Touchdown Bridgewater. So just like that, an interception thrown by Gelsomino. The Falcons turn it right back over, and then one play, 34 yards, and it's 13-0.
Talk about redeeming yourself. What a pretty throw this is. You see Gelsomino drop back, a perfect spiral, about 40 yards into the end zone.
If you're a quarterback, you go to bed dreaming of protection like that, don't you? He had a perfect pocket around him. He was able to step into the throw, delivered a beauty right down the field. That's the easiest 6 points Gelsomino's ever going to get.
A crushing touchdown, too, for Fitchburg State to give up.
Extra point is up and good. So 36 seconds left in the first quarter, and it looks like once again the Falcons are going to lose a first quarter as they trail this one 14-0.
This is their 8th game of the season, from what I believe, and this would be the 8th time they have not led after one.
With a stat like that, it's not terribly surprising that they're 2-5.
Well, it's tough to play from behind every game. And last week against Mass Maritime, they found themselves down 21-0 after one.
We've seen 21-0. I believe in our last broadcast, it was 22-2 after the first quarter. Jordan Burris and Steven Vasquez are set up deep to return this kick. It's going to be Zach Kovalovsky doing the kicking off for Bridgewater State. So Diorio handles the field goal attempts. He's also the punter, but Kovalovsky handles kickoffs. This one is end over end, taken in by Burris at about the 15. Cuts out to the 25, looking for a hole. He's going to be brought down at the 39-yard line. So a pretty good return and some extracurriculars after the play. Looked like that was Cola Luca and Jim Caporale getting into a little shoving match behind the play.
Yeah, you see Burris up the middle here, and he was brought down by 31 for Bridgewater State, David Consul, right up the middle. Bridgewater State, good coverage there on the kickoff.
So after the fumbled handoff to Luis Feliz, it is Stefan Teague back in the backfield for Fitchburg State. They'll come out in the I formation on 1st and 10 from their own 39. Lopez back to pass, throws to his right, complete to Spencer. He's across midfield, bounced back, and finally driven down on the Bridgewater side of the field. Give him about 13 yards and a Falcon first down. I believe, Alex, that is the first completion to a receiver other than Jordan Burris for the Falcons.
It is, for today.
It might even be the first time someone other than Burris has been targeted.
And there he is, past midfield to the Bridgewater State 49-yard line.
Falcons will elect to let the clock run out, so that is the end of the first quarter. And once again, the Falcons trail this one, this time by a score of 14-0.
Yeah, that last turnover really, really killed them. That was a very tough break. Again, trouble on the handoff for Stephon Teague, and Bridgewater State was able to pounce on that turnover right after Fitchburg State got the interception. So a huge swing in momentum there. And Bridgewater State up 2 touchdowns after 1 quarter.
So they will move the ball all of 4 yards downfield to change ends. Instead of just to the left of the 50-yard line, it's going to be just to the right. Certainly a little easier on the officials than if it was 1st and goal at the 2.
Definitely a lot shorter walk when you're changing sides.
Falcons in the gold jerseys and green pants will be going left to right here in the 2nd quarter. They'll come out in the pistol with Teague behind Lopez. Vasquez and Burris lined up to the near side. Looks like Spencer alone on the far. Handoff goes to Stephon Teague, looking for a hole straight up the middle. Not much there. He's able to dance through a couple of hits and get about 3 yards.
Yeah, you see Teague, a pretty smooth handoff there, and tackled by number 50 from Bridgewater State, Tate Doler.
When you're dealing with a first-year starting quarterback in Christian Lopez and a couple of young running backs, Stephon Teague, the sophomore, Luis Feliz, the freshman, communication is so important. We saw one bad handoff created a big shift in momentum earlier. 2nd down now, whistles kill the play. Looks like a Bridgewater State defender was drawn offsides, unabated to the quarterback. It's one of those words you only hear in football, unabated.
Neutral zone infraction with contact, number 57. Defense, 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
So the encroachment penalty will give 5 free yards to the Falcons. You know, unabated is one. You don't really hear ensuing much other than the ensuing kickoff, the ensuing possession.
That is another purely football term. Although you do hear it in court sometimes.
I think Dave Spence would know a lot about that, wouldn't he? 2nd down and 2 for the Falcons. High snap. Lopez has it, looking long to the right. Burris is there. Jump ball on the sidelines is incomplete. Burris made the catch, but he was well out of bounds. It's the 2nd time we've seen Lopez try that deep ball to Burris along the sideline. Both times just a little overthrown.
Yeah, this one, you see the replay, and he just tried to chuck it up there, and Burris really no chance to get this one. It was thrown out of bounds.
A good effort just to catch it. But that's just a really solid 2nd and short play call because it's 3rd and 2. You can just hand it off and pick up the 1st down, usually. Teague gets the carry on 3rd down, looking for a hold of the near sideline, and that's why I said usually. Teague is brought down in the backfield for a loss of 3, and the Falcons will kick it away.
Yeah, it looked like Bridgewater State knew it was coming as you take a look here. Teague, I don't know why he didn't go up the middle on that. He tries to go to the sideline and taken down by number 68. By 66, I'm sorry. Brian Owuzo.
4th and 5 for the Falcons at the Bear 46. They are kicking, but I got to say it wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to go for it here. McDonald's kick is away, high, spiraling. Fair catch is signaled, but this one will fly into the end zone. So it is a net of all of 24 yards rather than going for it on 4th and 5. When you're down 2 touchdowns, I take that gamble, honestly.
I would have gone for it for sure, and that was not what they were looking for out of that punt. Clear touchback and only a net gain of 24 yards.
13:08 left to play in the first half of this one. Bears come back out 1st and 10, and it is Mike McCarthy in the shotgun. Handoff goes to the near side to Gentili. He's straight across the line. Actually, excuse me, that's Ben Desmaris. Gets about 13 yards and a Bear 1st down.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy back into the game after 2 series, and Desmaris really fought his way up the middle, eventually taken down after 15 yards.
First and 10 now for Bridgewater at their own 35-yard line. Desmarais on the carry once again. This time he's hit at the line. Falls forward, though. Looked like he was going to lose a yard. Instead, he gains 3. Desmarais is a really big fella. He's a senior, goes 6 foot 240. Comes to us out of South Hadley, Mass. And he used all of those 240 pounds there, plowing into the line and then just using his momentum to fall backwards, give him a gain of 4 yards. It is windy in here, isn't it, Alex? That's the 3rd or 4th time I've had my scorecard blown up into my face. Second down carry. McCarthy will keep it this time across the 40-45. He's got a first down and a little bit more. Mark him down at the Bridgewater 47.
Yeah, McCarthy here, another straight option run. And he had space up the middle. Dragged down and tackled by 31 for Fitchburg. Asante Easter.
McCarthy will throw on first and 10 this time. Looks to the right, pass is incomplete. Thrown at the feet of Matt Monahan.
Yeah, he had little to look at on that throw, and he just seemed to throw it down.
Looked for a while like McCarthy was looking to run with that one himself. Decided instead to keep it and throw. Pass fell incomplete, so second down and 10 now. Handoff straight up the middle. I believe that's Desmarais on the carry again. It is. He's hit in the backfield. Loss of a yard.
Yeah, Desmarais taking the ball here, and immediately number 71, James Brandt, in on the tackle.
You talk about big guys. How about James Verrat? He's 320, and he's a freshman.
He is going to be a big part of this Fitchburg State defense moving forward.
3rd and 11 for the Bears. McCarthy back to throw, looking over the middle. Pass is complete into Falcon territory. That's good for a first down. Michael Viola on the reception. Gain of close to 20. Mark him down at the Falcon 35.
Yeah, here's a look. McCarthy dropping back. And it looked like Torres almost was in on the play, and 31, Asante Easter was in on the tackle once again.
Great protection on that one again. McCarthy had all day to throw. Option pitch comes to the near side this time, hurdling a defender, and brought down after a gain of about 3 is Ben Desmarais. So we've seen Desmarais kind of as the blunt object straight into the line runner, and this time he takes the pitch and is able to leap over a defender, as we'll see right here.
Yeah, that was...
Actually, he hurdled his own guy.
He hurdled his own guy, but Talib Barksdale was in on the play, but a gain of 3 on that.
Matt Lockwood, part-time fullback, part-time hurdle. Second down and 6 for Bridgewater. Desmarais gets the carry again. He's got about 3 yards into the line, so it'll be 3rd and about 4.
Desmarais and McCarthy definitely the show pieces of this drive for Bridgewater State.
Earlier we had seen Blaze Branch and Mike Gentile in the backfield, but on this possession it's been pretty much all Ben Desmarais when it isn't McCarthy keeping it himself. Desmarais is in the backfield again, 3 receivers to the far side. On 3rd down and 4, we'll get a whistle. Timeout called by Bridgewater State. It's their first of the half and the first by either team of the game. So stop the clock with 9:26 to play as the Bears face 3rd and 4 on the Falcon 29, excuse me. And while we have a moment, folks, we do want to give credit to the all-volunteer crew of Fitchburg Access Television helping us bring you this game. Alex Bogdasarian to my left doing color commentary. I'm John Gugerty, of course. In the truck, we have John Dextre, our director. Dave Svens doing audio for us. Travis Falk, I believe, is pulling double duty today, graphics and replay. Up top on the cameras are Bill Gates and Tim Doust is doing the other cameras for us today. Scott May is in Ireland on vacation, actually. And that is the crew. We have many thanks to all of the great volunteers of Fitchburg Access Television.
Absolutely.
And if you know someone in the Fitchburg, if you are in the Fitchburg area rather, and you know someone out of town, perhaps my family, as I just moved to Orange, they can go online to fatv.org. We'll have live streaming available of this game all day. fatv.org. 3rd down and 4 for Bridgewater State at the Falcon 29. McCarthy will keep himself, ducks to the left. He's got a first down. Across the 20, finally dragged out of bounds by Talib Barksdale, but plenty of yardage there. Give him about 14 and a first down.
Yeah, straight option run here for McCarthy to the left side. And Talib Barksdale had to come and chase him out of bounds. And
once again, however, we see a hold. I believe that's the 3rd or 4th time that's been called today, and this time it negates a big first down. So rather than a 14-yard gain, it's a 10-yard penalty, and we'll replay 3rd down. They mark it 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It was a downfield hold, so it's basically do it over. 3rd and 5 now at the Fitchburg 30. McCarthy will come out in the shotgun with Desmaris to his left. Looking to pass this time. Throws over the middle. Pass is complete at the 10-5 hit, but diving into the end zone. Touchdown Bears. That's Nick Pistachio on the reception. That was a nutty little play, wasn't it?
very nutty by Steve Pistachio as you see McCarthy drop back. And a nice spiral throw here. It's Pistachio hit in stride at the 10-yard line. And he dives in, getting hit twice. But an easy touchdown for Bridgewater.
And kind of a shell game play there for Bridgewater State. They saw the play action fake. Fitchburg didn't know where the ball was. Pistachio was wide open for the touchdown. Extra point attempt is up and good, so with 8:56 to play in the first half of this one, Bridgewater State's up by 3 touchdowns, 21-0.
Yeah, and it's McCarthy. You can't stop him.
Even when they try to stop themselves with a big hold on 3rd down, you can't stop them. That's absolutely right.
And for Pistachio, that's only his second receiving touchdown of the season.
It's the second receiving touchdown for Bridgewater today as well, although the first thrown by McCarthy. We did see Caleb Gelsomino complete a touchdown earlier in the game. And, of course, McCarthy has a rush as well. Kovalovsky will kick this one off. End-over-end kick taken in by Burris at about the 10. Jordan's across the 25, dives forward to the 29. So a decent return will set the Falcons up with decent field position. 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Take a look here, and nice run up the middle. He had space and able to fight for his last 5 yards, you would have to say.
Burris was actually hit at about the 20. He was able to spin out of one tackle and then was hit again and had to spin forward. Finally brought down at the 29. Looks like the Falcons will come out in the I formation. Stephon Teague behind Junior Lewis Saint. Ty Spencer goes in motion to the far side. Stephon Teague gets the carry coming to the near. He's got a big hole in front of him. Teague has all day to run. He's going to be finally dragged out of bounds at the 45, and then a flag comes in late as there's an extra shove.
You can add 15 to that run automatically.
Stephon Teague was shoved so hard he ran straight into the cheerleaders. Hope everybody's okay down there.
After the play was over, personal foul, defense, number 22. Late hit out of bounds, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. 1st down.
So a big run for Teague and then a big penalty. Take a look at it again.
Here it is, Teague with Fitchburg State's best play of the day by far. A nice run up the right-hand side. And Teague had all day to run past the 50-yard line. And there you see the shove way out of bounds by number 22, Dylan Huber Parker.
Lopez back to throw on first down, throwing for the end zone. Jump ball, incomplete. There's a flag in the backfield.
Could see defensive holding on that.
In the area it was thrown, I think it would either be offensive holding or perhaps roughing the passer.
While the pass was in the air, personal foul. Defense, number 50, hands to the face. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. An automatic first down.
So a big run by Stephon Teague and then 30 yards worth of penalties will set the Falcons up 1st and 10 on the Bear 15. Getting back to that big run by Teague for a second, Alex, I think it was a very good, well-designed play. You saw Spencer go in motion to the far side, and that drew the man-cover corner, and that left the right side of the field wide open.
Yeah, you have to credit Fitchburg with drawing that corner in, opening up the hole for Teague. It looked like he went untouched through the line, and the biggest play of the day for Fitchburg up to this point.
1st and 10 for the Falcons. Luis Feliz is back in the backfield. He'll get the carry, holds on to it this time. Not much yardage, however. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and is brought down there. Feliz back on the field for the first time since the fumbled exchange. He'll stay there for 2nd down and 10. Steven Vasquez checks in as an extra receiver, and Junior Lewis Saint will head to the sidelines. Just about halfway through the second half of this one, Bridgewater on top 21-0. Christian Lopez takes the snap, looking to his left. Flag comes down immediately. That pass is tipped twice and falls incomplete. The side judge threw a flag right at the snap, which indicates either an illegal formation or a Bridgewater State defender lined up offside.
Yeah, here's the play again. It's a slant pass off the hands.
Formation. Illegal formation, 5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down. 2nd down.
So Bridgewater elects to take the 5-yard penalty rather than the incomplete pass. It will be 2nd down and 15 for Fitchburg on the Bear 20. Vasquez stays in. He'll line up in the far slot. Feliz behind Lopez. Play action fake. Lopez rolling to his left. Throws high and incomplete, just off the hands of Jermaine Patterson.
Yeah, here you see it again. Lopez with a draw handoff, rolling out like a bootleg, trying to throw on the run and off the hands of Patterson.
Vasquez heads to the sideline, and Anthony Brooks will take over as the slot receiver. He'll line up in the far slot with Jordan Burris to his left. Plenty of motion before the snap. I think I saw a Falcon move, and a couple of Bears jumped as well.
Finger pointing by the Bears, and it looks like from their reaction it's going to be against them.
Zone infraction. Action. Number 50 of the defense. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
And it is a neutral zone infraction. They'll call it on Tate Doler. So that will bring it back now to 3rd and 10 at the Bridgewater 15. Aside from the one big handoff, though, the Falcon offense really hasn't been able to get anything going.
Their field position has definitely been helped on this drive by penalties, 2 big penalties against Bridgewater State.
Luis Feliz stays in as the tailback on 3rd down. Lopez back to pass. Looking to his left, he throws for the end zone. Pass is incomplete. Just a bit overthrown. Anthony Brooks couldn't run it down.
Yeah, that was a design pass for the corner of the end zone and just a little overthrown. Anthony Brooks was right there. As you take a look, Lopez trying to place that right at the pylon, but overthrown, and Brooks had no space to make the play.
The Falcons will burn a timeout. They look to be deciding whether or not they're going to go for it instead of kicking a 32-yard field goal.
You beat me to my question for you. Are they going to go for it off this timeout?
I wouldn't, honestly. It's fourth and you need 10 yards. You've had 4 tries at it, really, because of the defensive penalty. I would kick the field goal here. I'd try to take the points. Now, obviously, Division III NCAA 32-yard field goal is not an easy chip shot, but I think I would kick the field goal here. What do you say?
I would say kick. Get the points.
We got to disagree more. It makes for bad television when people agree with each other.
Yeah, you're right.
The Falcons do line up to go for it on 4th and 10 from the Bridgewater 15. Feliz is the tailback. Lopez throws to his right for Spencer. That pass is caught. He is hit. Touchdown. So, egg on my face. Touchdown, Falcons.
Egg on both of our faces on that one.
A beautiful catch by Ty Spencer. Take a look at this one again.
Well, 7 beats 3 as far as points go, and Lopez, a nice throw to the corner of the end zone here, and a leaping reception by number 9. That was Elizer Torres, a nice leaping catch.
Great catch there made by Ty Spencer. Eric Anastasio will attempt the extra point. A low snap. Greathead picks it up. He's trying to get something out of it, and he is driven down. Low snap. Tyler Greathead did the right thing in trying to get something out of it, but he is driven down. It will be only 6 on the drive, but still, that's a better positive than kicking a field goal, I'd say.
Yeah, you're right. Ty Spencer with a nice catch there in the end zone, and 6 beats 3 points, that's for sure.
So 7:15 to play in the second quarter, and remember the Falcons will get the ball to begin the second half owing to their deferring of the kick at the beginning of the game. So now if you're head coach Chuck DeNoon and the Bridgewater State Bears, you've got to be thinking it's a 15-point game, but I don't feel very comfortable. Let's get some more points on the board.
Well, Bridgewater State has hurt themselves with penalties in this game. Those personal fouls that helped Fitchburg State get down the field on that last drive definitely gave Fitchburg State confidence. And those 2 unabated to the quarterback penalties helped Fitchburg State get the touchdown.
We've seen personal fouls, offsides, 3 or 4 holding penalties already.
And it comes down to field position. If Fitchburg State has good field position, they have ability to get the ball in the end zone and get points.
This kick is bouncing and rolling and picked up at the 10. Does a flag come in late? I did not see one. Although I'm not going to name who it was. I saw a Falcon kick a Bridgewater player in the ribs. I'm just going to say it. So Falcons got away with one there. Let's put it that way.
From the looks of it, there is no flag on the play.
No flag on the play. The return came out to about the 24. So the Bears will take over 1st and 10. Mike McCarthy still in at quarterback. He has Gentili to his right, and Gentili will get the carry straight up the middle. Big hole there. He's out across the 40. Gain of about 17 yards there and a Bridgewater first down.
Mike Gentili, the ball carrier.
Yeah, and here's another look. Gentili up the middle, almost untouched. And that was Alcala who had to chase him down, number 42 for Fitchburg State, but a big gain on first down for Bridgewater State.
Gentili will stay in the backfield to the left of McCarthy, now goes in motion to the right. He gets the carry on first down again. Cuts it out to the right side. Another big hole in front of him. Another first down. He's pushed out of bounds just inside Falcon territory at the 48-yard line, a gain of about 12.
Yeah, another run here. Gentili goes to the right side, finds space. Almost taken down in the backfield there, but when he gets into the open field, he's able to get out of bounds. And that was 43 for Fitchburg State. Tyler Phillips, who was in on the tackle, knocking him out of bounds.
Bears now inside the Falcon territory. Gentili gets the handoff again. Again, there's a big hole in front of him. He's brought down at the 42 this time, a gain of about 6. Looks like that was Elijah Torres leading the hit for the Falcons.
Gentili again up the middle, and following his blocker, a nice run up the middle, and Torres with the tackle at the 42-yard line, I'm sorry.
Well, if you're looking for a positive for the Falcons, at least Gentili's getting less yards with each carry. First 17, then 12, then just 6. So 2nd down and 4 for Bridgewater State now. Snap is fumbled. McCarthy picks it up, tries to get something out of it. He is brought down at the Falcon 42, so maybe a gain of half a yard. Good work there by Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, and it was just a bad snap. McCarthy couldn't handle it. And you would have to put that on McCarthy, I think. He just dropped it.
Snap was a little low, but definitely catchable.
No gain on the play.
15-yard penalty, previous spot. First down.
And after the play, a personal foul is called against the Falcons. So now penalties are helping Bridgewater rather than hurting them. 15 yards and an automatic first down.
Well, that is a tough penalty on Fitchburg State there. After stopping McCarthy for no gain, and after Fitchburg State gets their first touchdown of the game, it looks like Bridgewater is marching down the field once again.
So rather than 3rd and 5 at the 40, it's 1st and 10 at the Falcon 25. And the Falcons will take their 2nd timeout of the half, try to catch their breaths, talk this one over a little bit. They have 5 minutes and 18 seconds, and they need to stop Bridgewater from extending this lead further.
Fitchburg State has had a tough time stopping Bridgewater State in this game, wouldn't you say, John?
Absolutely. We saw last week against Mass Maritime, the Falcon defense really struggled, and that's continued this week. As the season goes on, the Falcons are just kind of wearing down on defense, and Bridgewater has been able to move the ball at times effortlessly.
And Mike Gentili, he's had a big game already today. He had 42 rushing attempts coming into this game through 7 games.
Gentili has been a big part of the offense for Bridgewater State. We've also seen Ben Desmarais, and of course, everything runs through Mike McCarthy. He has been as advertised, at least to this point.
And as we're talking rushing, Mike McCarthy in triple digits for rushing attempts with 105 coming into this game, and you've seen he's had a lot more.
Branch gets the carry on first down. He is hit immediately. Looked like that was Talib Barksdale in the backfield.
Barksdale ran, he read that one well, and you see he was right in on the play. Really nowhere to go for Bridgewater State's running back, Blaze Branch.
Branch is one name that we haven't called much. Other than McCarthy, he had been their leading rusher coming into the game, but he has been a non-factor to this point.
Yeah, and Branch coming into the game has had more attempts. It's just that he hasn't been featured necessarily against Fitchburg State in this game.
2nd down and 12 now. Play action fake. McCarthy pumps, looks to his left. He's got nobody open. Flag comes in the backfield, and McCarthy gets rid of it.
Could be another holding.
When there is that long between the snap and the throw, and a flag comes in, it's almost always holding. You can't pass block well for that long and not hold. Holding is the indication. We'll see if the Falcons elect to accept it.
Well, here it is. McCarthy looking to throw. And really great coverage down the field by Fitchburg State. McCarthy has to look down the field, scramble.
Offense. Offense number 18, that declined. Hold. Offense number 51. That penalty is being accepted. 10 yards from the...
So actually, 2 Bears were guilty of holding on the play, both Mike Glassman and Kurt Merrick. The Falcons do elect to accept 1, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 22.
2nd and 21.
McCarthy will keep it himself on the draw. He's hit at the line, but is able to fall forward. Spun down at about the 33-yard line. Gain of close to 5.
Yeah, and another run attempt for Mike McCarthy. Up the middle, he's able to shake a tackle there. And then eventually taken down, and that looked like 42 on the tackle for Fitchburg State.
Good hit there
Alex
by
Alcala.
Good hit there by Alcala. Brings up 3rd down and about 17. The Bears are at their own 33. They need the 16 of Fitchburg. We have 3:45 to go here in the first half. And whistles kill the play. We'll get a timeout, Bridgewater State.
Offense. It's a second charge team timeout.
So both teams have used 2 timeouts. Each has 1 remaining. Again, with 3:42 to play here in the first half. And again, we want to remind you folks that at halftime, the Lunenburg High Marching Band will be performing here at Elliott Field. We certainly welcome them. So we want you to stick around and watch Karen Wardwell's Lunenburg High Marching Band. So now, Alex, it's 3rd down and 17. The ball's at the Falcon 33. What kind of play call can we expect to see from Chuck Danoon here?
I would expect a draw and maybe a pass, maybe a slant pass. If you're looking for a prediction, I would say this is 4-down territory, just because you're kind of in that maroon zone where you're too close really to punt, but too far away to reliably kick a field goal. I would expect to see a 5 or 10-yard pass, try to get some run after the catch. Yeah, and they will set up in shotgun formation here.
Gentili lines up to the left of McCarthy on 3rd down and 17. McCarthy back to pass, deep drop. Under pressure, he's hit. The ball floats up. Pass is caught, but it's out of bounds. Looked like that was intended for Nick Jablonski, but a big hit on McCarthy as he released the pass.
Yeah, Jablonski had to leap to get that one, but the pass was too far out of bounds. He tried to make the leap, but couldn't get his feet in.
Great play on defense by one of the seniors we recognize on Senior Day. Jim Caporale made the hit on McCarthy. The Bears are lining up to go for it on 4th and 17. McCarthy back to pass, looks to his right, now throws long over the middle for the end zone. That pass is up. It is incomplete. So the Falcon defense holds. Bears turn it over on downs. Fitchburg State has 3 minutes and 25 seconds to try to get points on the board before the half.
Yeah, and you see McCarthy here dropping back, and he tries to go for the end zone here. Teron Seaforth, you'll see, come into the play here. Tries to leap and make the grab, but all he had to do really was knock it down anyway. Fitchburg State's going to get the ball back on the 4th down turnover.
Absolutely. 4th down, knock it down. Falcons will take over 1st and 10 at their own 33.
And he was better off just knocking that down because it would have been a touchback if he had caught it in the end zone.
Touchback to the 20 or take over on downs at the 33. Stefan Teague is back in as the tailback. Lopez pumps and now throws long to the left. Pass is overthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Eddie Jewell deep in the backfield. He was looking for the pump and go to Burris, but Jewell did not bite on it.
And here you see Lopez try to sling it down the field, and Jewell waiting about 5 yards up the field from where the receiver was, and he just makes a catch like a center fielder on that play.
A sparkling defensive play there by Jewell. Did not bite on the pump and go, just sat back, played center field, made the interception. So now 1st and 10 Bridgewater State. They have 3:18, and they've got about 75 yards of field to work with. Looks like that's Gelsomino back in the backfield. He'll keep it himself on 1st down, breaking tackles. He's across the 35, dropped down. Actually mark him down at about the 31. It's a gain of about 5 yards for him.
And Torres again in on the tackle, as you'll see. Gelsomino running it himself up the left side, and you'll see Torres come in on the play here from behind to take him down, just past the 30-yard line. And Bridgewater State going back and forth with their quarterbacks here in the first half.
We've seen McCarthy, now it's Gelsomino. Gentili gets the carry here on 2nd down. He fights forward out to midfield, so 2:42 to play. The Bears are out to midfield as they look to get points on the board before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Quarterbacks are interchangeable, but Gentili has been consistent in this game, and you see him with a little stiff arm there and gang tackled, eventually taken down by number 5, Tevin Bienemy, right at midfield.
Gentili lines up to the left of Gelsomino. He gets the carry again on 1st down. Straight into the line, gains about 3. Will go under 2:15 to play. Bridgewater not quite hurrying. They're content to take their time here. They will go no huddle, however. Gentili lines up to the left of Gelsomino once again. Gelsomino back to pass, looks to the right. Pass is short, but it's caught. Marked down immediately. Looks like that was complete to Nick Pistachio, his 2nd reception. It's a gain of about 3, bring up 3rd and 3 as we duck under 1:45 to play.
Bridgewater State using clock here with a short reception to Pistachio.
Bears have some confusion. Falcon defense thinks it's going to be a keeper. It is not. Handoff goes straight up the middle, close to a 1st down. I think they're going to give it to him. That was Gentili on the carry. They will indeed move the sticks. With 1:23 to play, the clock rolls again. Ball now at the Falcon 40. Bridgewater has 1 timeout left. Gentili lines up in the backfield to the left of Gelsomino. Gelsomino looks to pass on 1st down. Pass is high, but it's caught by Scott. He's going to be dragged down at the 23. Stop the clock with exactly 1 minute to play in this one. In the first half of this one, excuse me. I got ahead of myself.
Well, Scott's had a nice day receiving-wise.
1st and 10 Bears at the 24. Gelsomino back to pass, rolling to his right. He's got plenty of space, throws for the end zone, high and incomplete, well out of bounds. Looked like that was intended for Pistachio.
Great football name there, Pistachio.
It's a lot of fun to say, I'm not going to lie. 44 seconds left to play in the first half of this one. Bears have 2nd down and 10 on the Falcon 24. Gentili remains in the game in the backfield. He goes in motion and sets up to the right of Gelsomino. Play action fake. Gelsomino looks to his right. Nothing there. He'll keep it himself. Dragged down, hit at the line. Looked like it was Kevin Duong making the initial stop. Clock continues to roll. 31 seconds left here in the first half. Gelsomino lines up under center. Fake the spike. He's going to throw for the end zone. It's a jump ball, tipped and falls incomplete. So a little trickery there, does not work out.
Yeah, and a bit of a hurry up here by Bridgewater State going no huddle. You see Gelsomino dropping back and tries to throw another jump ball up here, and it just goes out of bounds, stopping the clock with 21 seconds left here in the first half. It'll be 4th down and 8.
Fake spike is an interesting call there. Interesting is what broadcasters say when they mean stupid. 4th and 8 for Bridgewater State. They'll line up to attempt about a 39-yard field goal. It's Jared Diorio doing the kicking. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. So Bridgewater State's able to get some points on the board. 15 seconds left in the first half. They lead this one 24-6. So a good drive by Bridgewater after the crippling interception by Fitchburg State. Bridgewater already has 10 points off turnovers here in the first half.
Yeah, and again, a big story for Fitchburg State, those turnovers. They certainly, we saw 2 weeks ago that last time they were here, they got hurt off of turnovers, and Bridgewater State making them pay as well. 10 points here in the first half. Directly off of turnovers.
With 15 seconds and a timeout to play with, the Falcons could choose to throw a couple deep balls, but I think most likely they're just going to sit on the ball and be content to go into the locker room with the knowledge that they'll get it again to start the second half. Kovalevsky's kick is away. It is high end over end, taken in by Jordan Burris at the 13. Burris cuts it up the middle, looking for a hole. Nothing there. He's going to be dragged down at the 24.
7 seconds left, so we'll see what Fitchburg State does here.
Christian Lopez has a strong arm. I don't think he has an 80 yards downfield arm. So if the Falcons want to score before the half, it will most likely need to be on a hook and ladder or some sort of other trick play involving a lot of backward passes. Falcons will come out with 3 wide receivers, Spencer, Burris, and Vasquez. Stefan Teague is the tailback. And it's a handoff to Teague straight up the middle. He's got a big hole in front of him. He's across the 45 to the 50, loses the football. Bridgewater is trying to pick it up. The ball is still live. Time has expired in the first half, so it really doesn't matter who fell on that one. We will go to the lockers with the score 24-6 at halftime. So the Falcons elected to go with the conservative play call, a run straight up the middle. But as you can see here, there was no defense there. It almost turned into a big play. Unfortunately for Fitchburg State, Teague is hit from behind right there, loses the football, and that's all she wrote for the first half of this one. Falcons go to the locker room trailing the Bears by a score of 24-6. And as we head to halftime, we welcome the Blue Knight Marching Band of Lunenburg High onto the field. We will let them entertain you for the next 15 minutes or so. Alex and I are going to take a break. We will be back for the second half of action right here on FATV.
Mrs. Karen Wardwell. The band is led on the field by drum majors Caleb and James Rivard. This year's field show theme is Phantom of the Opera by Andrew Lloyd Webber, arranged by Paul Lavender and J-Bo Cook. The percussion feature was written by Jamie Rowe. The performance will feature several of the most recognizable themes from the Broadway musical. Soloists will be Cole Tanner, Kyle Lawrence, Taylor Olson, and Thomas Flaherty. We hope you enjoy the show, and now, let's hear it for the 2012 Lunenburg High School Marching Band.
Detail, horns up. March time, march. 1, 2, 3.
It is senior day. It is a gorgeous day here at Elliott Field. There is barely a cloud in the sky. There's a nice little breeze keeping the temperature down. It's gorgeous. There is a big crowd here. A lot of Bridgewater State fans came out, a lot of Falcon fans in attendance, as always. But you folks at home, you folks watching online at fatv.org, if you can make the trip to Elliott Field for the second half, I highly encourage you to do it. It's a beautiful day. You're going to watch some good football here on Senior Day.
And if you were drawing this up at the beginning of the season for Senior Day, you could not have picked a better day.
No, absolutely not. There was some fear, especially yesterday with the on and off rain showers, that there might not be a great crowd, there might not be a great weather day here, but this is, you're absolutely right. You couldn't draw it up. It's the warmest day it's been in at least 2 or 3 weeks, but at the same time, it's not terribly hot. It's just gorgeous.
No, just a gorgeous day, very comfortable.
As we look back to the football being played, in addition to the excellent weather, you really do have to, well, I don't know if you have to question, but I'm curious as to the decision-making by Chuck Danoon, and really, it's almost a quarterback platoon with Bridgewater State. They've had Mike McCarthy back in shotgun for the majority of the game, and he has been excellent. 7 of 11, as we said, 12 carries, 98 yards, as we said, but they've also given snaps to Caleb Gelsomino, and Gelsomino has struggled. 4 of 9, 63 yards. He did have a long touchdown pass. That accounted for about half of his passing yards, but he's also thrown an interception, and he really hasn't been as much of a threat on the ground. And I guess, have you seen really any rhyme or reason to the Bridgewater State platoon?
No, I think it's just part of their game plan, you know. You look at the first 2 drives of the game, and Mike McCarthy was certainly the star on those first 2 drives, and then he comes out giving way to Gelsomino, and really he does have a drop-off, but there was no real reason for McCarthy to come out of the game, you would say. It's not like he got injured. I think Bridgewater State just uses a quarterback platoon, a strict platoon between those two, and I just think it's part of their offensive game plan.
That must be it, because it's not like there's a Mark Sanchez, Tim Tebow situation here.
No, you don't see that.
Where Gelsomino offers a vastly different skill set from McCarthy. For one, McCarthy appears to be good at every facet of the game, but for 2, Gelsomino is just, he's like an inferior clone of McCarthy. It's questionable as to why he's even getting snaps, unless maybe they're just trying to keep Mike McCarthy healthy. Meanwhile, for the Bears rushing the ball, it has mostly been Mike Gentili, but we did see some carries by Blaze Branch. We also saw a few big carries by Ben Desmaris. So the Bear running back platoon, if you will, has been much more effective, I would say, than their quarterback platoon. When McCarthy is on the field, the Bears are nigh on unstoppable. But with Gelsomino taking the snaps, they've been very, very human, so to speak.
Yeah, and Gentili has certainly been the star running back of the first half with 12 carries, 98 yards, 93 net, averaging almost 8 yards a carry. He has been unstoppable.
That really was not what we expected from the Bears coming in. We expected them to be a little more balanced. We expected to see, at least I did, looking at the statistics, a lot more of Blaze Branch. And we really haven't seen him. Just 2 carries for 11 yards. The Falcons, as we mentioned, won the toss at the beginning of the game. They elected to defer. They will receive the second half kickoff, which is happening momentarily here. The Bears will be kicking off from the right to the left. Set back deep to return for Fitchburg State is Jordan Burris and Steven Vasquez. Doing the kicking for Bridgewater State is going to be number 80, Zach Kovalovsky. Kovalovsky's kick is away. It is high, end over end, taken in by Vasquez at about the 15-yard line. He's brought down at the 22. We apologize, we're having some technical difficulties. We don't quite have our video picture up. We're going to do this one radio style for as long as we need to. Again, Vasquez is brought down at the 22-yard line where the Falcons will take over 1st and 10. So the Falcon offense will come out 1st and 10 on the 22. Ball spotted here on the near sideline. Christian Lopez will be the quarterback. Stephon Teague back in as the tailback. Jordan Burris lined up to the near side. Looks like Jermaine Patterson's in as the tight end. There's the field. We knew we'd get it to you eventually. Ty Spencer lines up to the far side. And Lopez will go under center. Back to pass on 1st down. Throws to the left. Pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 25. He's going to go in untouched. Touchdown, Bridgewater State. That is Dylan Huber-Parker. 25 yards. Easy score for the Bears.
Unbelievable. What a start for Bridgewater State here in the second half. Dylan Huber-Parker just stepped right in front of that pass, and he had daylight.
That was the 3rd time on a 1st down play that Christian Lopez has took 3 quick steps and looked for Jordan Burris, and the 3rd time Dylan Huber-Parker bit him. He jumped right in front of the route. He knew exactly what was coming, took it 25 yards for an automatic, easy touchdown. The Orioles' extra point is up, and it is good. So just like that, 16 seconds into this one, and it is a 31-6 game.
Wow.
That does not get any easier or more sudden than that for Dylan Huber-Parker. He knew exactly what was coming. It was like the pass was intended for him. Lopez hit him right on the hands. Huber-Parker was in the clear. Nothing the Falcons could do.
The junior safety, Huber-Parker, 5'11", 180, and he used all of his height on that one to get right in front of the ball, made a perfect read, and that was an automatic pick 6 once he caught the ball.
When you make an interception like that, especially on a quick pass, there really is nothing that the offense can do to stop you from going in for an easy touchdown. Second kickoff of the second half is away. It's a high end-over-end kick taken in by Burris at about the 10-yard line. He'll cut it up toward the middle. Duck out of a couple of tackles. He's still on his feet across the 40. Now cuts back to the near side. He's got open field in front of him. Hit from behind. Manages to stay on his feet across the 25-20. And finally driven down. A kickoff return of 70 yards for Jordan Burris. So just as it looked like the Falcons have suffered an emotional setback, they are right back in this one thanks to Jordan Burris.
Yeah, you see Burris here up the middle, and this is just what the doctor ordered for Fitchburg State. Up the middle and past midfield, and he had a lot of daylight, almost tripped up there, but able to stay on his feet. Past the 40 to the 30, 25, down to the 20, and finally spun down by 41. Corey Albanez of Bridgewater State to save the touchdown.
1st and 10 for the Falcons at the Bear 18. They go pistol. Handoff goes to Stephon Teague. He's breaking tackles across the 10. Finally upended. They're going to mark him down at the 11. Good gain, about 6 yards for Stephon.
Yeah, and here's the handoff here. Fitchburg State trying to get momentum off that long run. And Teague tripped up just before the 10-yard line.
Call it 2nd down and a long 4 for the Falcons. They look to reclaim momentum and get this back to within 3 scores. Three receivers to the far side for Fitchburg State. It's a handoff to Stephon Teague straight up the middle. Looks to cut it to the right side. Gains maybe a couple. Not too much there. It'll bring up 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, here it is, Teague up the middle, and Alex Monterio in on that tackle, and Teague limping off the field.
Teague appears to be favoring his left leg a little bit. We'll keep an eye on him. Luis Feliz will check in on 3rd down and 2, as will Anthony Brooks, an extra wide receiver. Brooks lines up in the far slot. Lopez back to pass, throws to the left. It's a little swing pass complete to Brooks. Very close to the sticks. They mark him down at about the 8, and they will move the chains, so that's good for a Falcon first down.
Yeah, conservative screen pass there on short yardage.
Maybe conservative, but it works. So conservative football is better than conservative politics. Good to know. First and goal for the Falcons at the bare 8-yard line. Just 12:45 to go in this one. Feliz still in as the tailback. 3 receivers to the near side this time. High snap, handoff to Feliz, straight up the middle, plowing into the line. They're going to mark him down just inside the 5, a gain of about 3 yards.
Well, conservative football is better than any sort of politics at this stage, and a simple run play up the middle there for Fitchburg State as you take a look here.
Anthony Brooks back out onto the field. Steven Vasquez heads to the sideline. And Stefan Teague is receiving treatment on his right ankle, it looks like. Second down and goal for the Falcons at the 5. Lopez will go under center. Quick pass to the right is incomplete. Way out of the reach of Anthony Brooks there.
Yeah, they tried the same screen pass again, this time on the other side, but this one just too far up the middle.
Ball was well out of the reach of Brooks. So it will be third down and goal from the 5. Three receivers to the near side once again. Vasquez, Spencer, and Burris. Lopez back to pass, under pressure, now rolling to his right. Gesturing for someone. He's going to throw back across his body. Touchdown Falcons. Jordan Burris with the reception.
Oh, what a pretty touchdown that was. And we'll take a look here. And he's looking up the middle initially, tries to direct Burris. Burris was at the edge of the end zone, now comes back and makes a nice reception right in the middle of the end zone there. And
9 times out of 10, when a quarterback scrambles to his right and then throws back across his body, something very bad happens for the offense. But that was the 10th time Jordan Burris made the reception for the touchdown.
Yeah, and it looked like he had time to get open there. And a huge touchdown for Fitchburg State.
Falcons line up to go for 2, try to make this a 17-point game. Lopez dumps it out to the left to Luis Feliz. He is in. The 2-point conversion is good. And then flags come in late.
We'll take a look at this call.
The result of the play was that the points were good. At the conclusion of the play, a dead ball foul, personal foul, 54 of the offense. The penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. Timeout.
So a 15-yard personal foul penalty called against the Falcons after the 2-point conversion is good. The score is 31-14, but Fitchburg will be kicking off from 15 yards deeper than they would have.
Yeah, and an important score there for Fitchburg State. An important score, you know, just to answer that immediate touchdown off the interception by Huber Parker. And Fitchburg State getting it right back to a 17-point game.
The Falcons were buoyed by the excellent kickoff return by Jordan Burris, and it was Burris who made the touchdown reception. After the personal foul, Eric Anastasio will be kicking off from his own 20-yard line. Couple of Bears set up at about the 20. We'll see how deep Anastasio can get this one. Pretty good kick, bounces at the 28, picked up there by Bridgewater State. Cutting across midfield, finally spun down at about the 47 of Fitchburg State.
Nick Pistachio on the run back. And you see it right here. That ball's going to bounce out. Pistachio gets it at the 30. He has a lot of room up the middle because of how far back the kickoff was, and is dragged down at the 47-yard line of Fitchburg State.
So excellent field position for Bridgewater after the penalty and then a good return by Pistachio. They will come out 1st and 10 at the Fitchburg 47, and it looks like that is Caleb Gelsomino back in as the quarterback. Handoff goes straight up the middle. That's Gentili. He's across the 35, still on his feet, inside the 30. Finally brought down at the 29, and then a flag comes in late. It's been a very flag-happy second half to this point.
Yeah, and Gentili with one of his better runs of the game there. And we'll see what the penalty is.
Foul.
Certainly a defensive foul.
So they'll tack on some yardage after the run. We'll see if we can see what happened on the replay.
Yeah, let's take a look. Gentili up the middle. And once he gets into the secondary, almost runs into his own guy there. And I believe it was number 8 who got called for the penalty.
Back to live action here. It's a handoff straight up the middle. This is Blaze Branch. He's across the 10 and will be brought down at the 8 after a gain of about 7.
Torres called for a face mask on that last play.
So a difficult play call for the Falcons, a difficult penalty rather, and then a 6-yard gain for Branch will bring up 2nd down and 4 for Bridgewater. The ball is spotted at the Falcon 9-yard line. Right away, Bridgewater State is knocking on the door of making this a bigger lead. Handoff goes to Branch to the right this time. He's hit in the backfield, brought down for about a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, Branch with his first carry of the second half, and you see here, just really tough time getting this play started altogether. And that was 35 for Fitchburg State. Joseph Sasso in the background to mess up that play. Sets up a 3rd down.
3rd down and about 7 for Bridgewater State. Branch lines up to the left of Gelsomino. Gelsomino looking to throw, throws to the left to the end zone. Passes tipped, falls incomplete. Off the chest of Matt Green, it will be 4th down for the Bears.
Yeah, a nice play by Asante Easter there on coverage.
We have called Asante Easter's name, I think, more today than we have during the entire home schedule for the Falcons coming into this game. Easter stepping in for the injured Tyree Osby and doing a very good job on defense. 4th and 7 for Bridgewater State. They will kick. Jared Diorio on to attempt about a 29-yard attempt. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:03 to play here in the 3rd quarter, Bridgewater State widens their lead back to 20. It's now 34-14.
Yeah, and with Fitchburg State, I think you have to be happy there that they just pulled to a field goal. And Fitchburg State needs to get their momentum back going here. A touchdown here would make it pretty interesting.
We expected the Falcons to come out firing. They did on their second drive, although their first ended with a pick 6. So now the offense needs to answer, and eventually they're going to need to get a stop or two on defense. Bridgewater, for the most part, I believe they've punted once, if that. They have punted once. Diorio has kicked it away once. Other than that, Bridgewater has either turned it over on downs, thrown an interception, or marched right into the end zone for a touchdown or field goal. Already six scoring drives, easy for me to say, for the Bears on the afternoon. Kovalowski's kick is away. It is dropped, but finally picked up at the 10, and driven down immediately is Steven Vasquez.
Yeah, it looked like Vasquez almost tried to lateral that one.
Vasquez faked a handoff to Jordan Burris and then elected to keep it himself. And that, combined with the initial muffing of the kick, he was only able to gain about 5 yards. So the Falcons are pinned back a little, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Falcon offense will come out onto the field. They will have 3 receivers on the near side, Spencer Burris and Steven Vasquez. It's a handoff to Stephon Teague running straight up the middle. He's got nothing there. He is not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Completely stuffed on that run. Monterio was in on that play to get Stephon Teague, and he really couldn't get past the line of scrimmage at all. You take a look here. He's really looking for something in the back, and the more he stops, the more it just allows Bridgewater State to gang tackle him. And
you saw Teague take the handoff, and then it was almost like, oh my God, what do I do with this football? I'm going to get hurt very badly very soon.
yeah, it was a simple run up the middle, and Bridgewater State was just waiting for him right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 11 after the loss. This is a quick pass out to the near side, and it's incomplete at the feet of Jordan Burris. It looked like Lopez almost lost the handle on that ball right before he threw it.
Yeah, and he seems to be shaken up after the play. We'll take a look at it, and you see the snap was a little to his right, and he tried to make a quick throw, and we'll have to watch that.
Lopez just kind of flung that one, and then you saw right at the end of that replay, he was hopping and kind of favoring his left side. That continues here on 3rd and 11 from the Falcon 14. Lopez notably hobbled. Back to pass, looks to the right. Pass is complete to Spencer along the near side. He's at the line of scrimmage and nothing further. Gain of about 2 for him, but it will bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, tough play call there. We'll see it again. Lopez immediately looking to his right side, just tries to get the ball right back to the line of scrimmage, and there was a holding call on the play, I believe.
There was a holding call. It was declined. The Bears obviously choose to accept the result of the play, so they'll give up a 3-yard gain if it means McDonald comes on to punt. So the Falcon offense goes 3 and out. They will kick it away. Flag comes down at the snap. Fair catch called for and made at midfield. We will check the penalty. The initial indication is offside against Bridgewater State.
And did that happen before the kick?
The flag was thrown right at the snap.
Right at the snap.
So there was a Bear player lined up either in the neutral zone or just offside. The officials are trying to determine whether Fitchburg would like to accept the penalty and re-kick or give Bridgewater State the ball at midfield.
4th down.
They will accept the penalty and replay the down. So Brian McDonald gets a second chance to kick this one away.
Probably a good choice to...
I would say so. I think McDonald has a bit of a stronger leg that you would expect him to get this one a little further deeper this time. Of course, if you're Bridgewater State, it does give you the opportunity to return this one. Second punt attempt is away. It is end over end, taken in, muffed at the 42, rolls out of bounds at the 40. So the 5-yard offside penalty turns into a 10-yard swing. Bears will take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, Fitchburg State has to be pleased with that penalty. It negated 10 yards off the initial kick, and you see the ball just rolling out of bounds there at the Bears' 40-yard line. So they lose 10 yards as a result of that penalty off the initial kick.
Excuse me, Alex, it looked for a moment like Vincent Henry would be able to get some yardage on the return, maybe get it up past midfield, but he was unable to hold on to the ball, and it rolls out of bounds at the 40. Mike McCarthy back in at quarterback. This one's a handoff to the near side to Matt Green. He is going to trip and fall. He was being pressured, but I guess you give the credit for that tackle to the field monster got him.
Yeah, and Torres was in on that and Green had to just dive to the ground because he was going to get hit. As you take a look here, just run to the side and...
Had to dive to the ground or tripped?
You know what? On that, it didn't really look like he was touched, but, maybe he was tripped.
2nd down and 10. Green got back to the line of scrimmage. Play action fake by McCarthy, throws to his right. Pass is complete to Green at the 45. Ducks out of a tackle and is forced out of bounds. They'll mark him out at the 48, a gain of 8. It will be 3rd down and 2.
You'll take a look at it here. Fake the handoff by McCarthy and passes out to 15 and tries the face mask. It works and picks up 8 yards, setting up a short 3rd down.
It did look like Green grabbed the face mask of Terrence Seaforth on that stiff arm, didn't it? That's not legal. 3rd down and 2. McCarthy keeps it himself. He's got the 1st down easily into Falcon territory. Mark him down at the 46 after a gain of 6. It will be 1st and 10 Bears as we duck under halfway to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, this is a bread and butter play for Bridgewater State on short yardage. You see Mike McCarthy right here up the middle, and he is able to gain about, what would you say, 6 yards?
6, maybe a short 7, call it, but it is 1st and 10 for the Bears at the Falcon 46. McCarthy remains the quarterback. Handoff goes to Gentili straight up the middle. He's hit at the line, but is plowing forward, and they're finally going to mark him down at the 40, a gain of 6 for Mike Gentili. Gentili's actually a local boy, grew up in Leominster, went to the Worcester Academy. So a bit of a homecoming for him here on senior day at Elliott Field.
And he has certainly been featured in this game.
Too bad there isn't a Leominster State University to play at Doyle. We will be at Doyle Field on Thanksgiving, incidentally, the FATV truck. Looking forward to it. 2nd down play for the Bears is a handoff straight up the middle. Gain of a couple. I believe that was Gentili on the carry once again.
You'll see it again, Gentili taking the handoff. And looked like he tried to force his way up the middle. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
3rd and about, call it 3. That's what the scoreboard has. My apologies. That was actually Ben Desmaris on the carry.
Oh.
These Bears, they all look alike.
They do.
Empty backfield for Bridgewater State. First time we've seen that today since their first play from scrimmage, I believe. Green comes in motion, and whistles and flags kill the play. If this is against the Falcons, it will be an automatic 1st down.
88. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down. Clock will start on the wind.
False start indicated against Nick Jablonski of the Bears. So rather than 3rd and 3, it's now 3rd down and 8 for Bridgewater State.
Yeah, tough penalty there for Jablonski, and now it turns a 3rd and short into a 3rd and 8, a little bit tougher.
Call it 3rd and 7. I think the nose of the football is just touching the 43, and they need to get to the Falcon 36. McCarthy takes the shotgun snap, looks to pass straight over the middle, now throws to the right, complete to Green. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 25 and driven backward. Mark him out of bounds at the Falcon 24. It's a gain of 19 and a Bridgewater 1st down.
Yeah, here it is. You see McCarthy dropping back. And Matt Green had room once he made this catch around the sideline, and he was able to pick up about 10, 15 yards after the catch. Finally dragged out of bounds by Terrence Seaforth.
And yet again, McCarthy had plenty of time to throw. No real pass rush from the Falcon defensive line there. 1st down handoff goes to, I believe that's Desmaris up the middle.
You see it here, and it is Desmaris.
Actually, we take a look at it again.
Yeah, that was Bland.
That's Tobias Bouchard.
Ooh, Bouchard checking into the game.
Tobias Bouchard for the first time today. Bouchard's a freshman out of Kingston, Mass. 2nd down and 2. Bouchard remains to the left of McCarthy. He gets the carry once again. And as the carry goes to Tobias Bouchard, it's time for the second installment of today's Geography Question of the Week. Where in the Sam Hill is Kingston, Massachusetts?
I believe it is right near Stowe.
Down near Stowe or on the South Shore?
South Shore.
South Shore, okay. Third down play is a QB keeper. McCarthy plows right into the line. And they will move the chains, so McCarthy did get enough for a first down. Take a look at this one once again. Just McCarthy straight into the line, QB sneak. Great second effort there, eluding the tackle from Jesus Moore. Back to live action now. Shotgun on 1st and 10. Handoff goes straight up the middle. That's Desmaris on the carry. He gets to the 10, a gain of about 2.
Bridgewater State going running back by committee here in the second half.
We had already seen Gentili, Branch, and Desmaris, but now throw in Tobias Bouchard, perhaps the most fun name of all of the Bridgewater running backs.
It would be nice if he stayed in there.
Second
Just
down,
for our sake.
For our sake, and that's really what matters, of course.
That is.
To heck with winning a football game. Make the commentators happy. Second down and 8 for Bridgewater State. It is Desmaris, the running back to the right of McCarthy. He will get the carry straight up the middle. Breaks a tackle, gains about 5 yards. They're going to mark him down at the 5.
Here it is, Desmaris cutting to the left side, and a nice tackle there by number 8, Eliza Torres.
And really, Alex, the Falcon defense has been unable to solve the Bear offense. They have marched down the field with ease again.
Yeah, they've had a lot of third down situations, a lot of third and shorts, and they don't seem to be very afraid of these situations.
Third down and about 3 now. Desmaris is to the left of McCarthy. Desmaris gets the carry, straight into the line once again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's very close to a first down. They will stop the clock either to bring in the chains or to measure, or to move the chains, rather.
Here it is up the middle, and just a straight run. It will be a very close call.
It will be very, very close. In fact, they are bringing in the chains, so time for another running gag. Alex, did they get it?
I would say they are a little bit short.
A little bit short. Okay.
It looked like from the initial run he didn't gain too much yardage. I would say he's short by about a yard, maybe half a yard.
Ball is spotted just outside the 12. The sticks are right at the 12, but the nose of the football is enough for a first down, Bridgewater State. And that will actually be 1st and goal at the 3, not the 12, excuse me. I was looking at the wrong stick. So 1st and goal for the Bears at the Fitchburg 3, and with 2:15 and counting to play in the third quarter, if the Falcons want to have any hope of a comeback in this one, they need to hold Bridgewater to at least a field goal here, I would say.
Yeah, and like as we said at halftime, Bridgewater State has really controlled the time of possession in this game. And
McCarthy takes the snap. He is hit immediately, breaks a tackle. He's across the 5 and in. My goodness, what a run. Touchdown, Mike McCarthy. He was hit in the backfield, should have been brought down at the 8. Instead, it's his second touchdown run of the day for Michael McCarthy.
Yeah, and this one really opens up the game for Bridgewater State. You see it here, Mike McCarthy, just a straight run to the left side. He was almost wrapped up there by 91. And just poor tackling by Fitchburg State on that. Mike McCarthy able to stand up into the end zone on his second rushing touchdown of the game.
He was wrapped up and dead to rights, 5 yards deep in the backfield. Instead, it is an extra point coming off the foot of Jared Diorio. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So call it now 41-14 for the Bears with 1:52 to play in the third quarter.
Really just a tough third period for Fitchburg State, starting with that initial interception, and Bridgewater State has been able to open up this game even more.
3 possessions for the Bears. Well, 2 possessions and a pick 6, really, for the Bears here in the third quarter, and they've put up 17 points. The Falcon offense handed them a touchdown on the very first play, and then after Fitchburg State scored a touchdown of its own, Bridgewater answered with a field goal. Fitchburg went 3 and out. Bridgewater marched down the field to really put this one away here in the late stages of the third quarter. Kovalevsky will kick it away from his 35. Looks like that's Burris and Cruz set up deep to return for the Falcons. End-over-end kick taken in by Jordan Burris at the 11-yard line. Excuse me, that's Tevin Bienemy on the return. My bad. Bienemy's out across the 30 to the 35, driven out of bounds, and a few flags come in late, so I think that's going to be a penalty against Bridgewater State.
Yeah, another late hit penalty, it looks like, on Bridgewater State. That would be their second of the game, if that is the case.
Bridgewater State has already been penalized more than 10 times.
Kicking team, number 40.
Fourth or fifth time today we've called Larry Kolaluka's name. Usually good. Kolaluka's played a very good game for the Bear defense, but he was called for the penalty there. It will spot the Falcons 1st and 10 at the Bridgewater 48 as they cling to the last vestiges of life in this one.
Yeah, and here you see, let's see if we can pick up the late hit here. You see it right at that 40-yard marker, well after the play.
Play action fake, Lopez rolling to his right, throws downfield for Spencer. It's complete at the 29, still on his feet inside the 20. Finally brought down at the 18-yard line. A nice play, about 30 yards for the Falcons. Well thrown ball there by Lopez.
Yeah, here it is again. Lopez rolling out, and it looked like he had him the whole way. A nice recovery there. And Fitchburg State set up well.
A well-thrown ball by Lopez, and then good work after the catch by Spencer. He picked up about 10 more yards, 1st and 10 in Fitchburg State at the Bridgewater 18, and now we get motion before the snap. We did see a couple of Bears come up and grab Falcon offensive linemen. The question is, were they drawn?
Neutral action, defense 53 with contact. 5-yard penalty, still first.
And the answer to the question is no, they were not. So it is encroachment and a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, and at 6'2", Spencer, a big target on that pass. He made a nice recovery off the sideline.
As Christian Lopez heads back to the huddle, we notice he is still limping a bit. He had been looked at on the sideline during that last possession. He's favoring, it appears to be, his right leg. We'll keep an eye on that. After the penalty, 1st and 5 Falcons. High snap, play action fake. Lopez will throw to the end zone. It's a jump ball, tipped and intercepted in the end zone. Taking it out is Eddie Jewell. He's down the sideline across midfield, still on his feet. Now cuts it back to the near side and is brought down at the 34-yard line. A great interception, second of the day.
Burris made the saving tackle on that.
Second of the day for Eddie Jewell.
Yeah, here it is. Lopez, he fakes a handoff. And Bridgewater State with great coverage in the corner of the end zone. This one tipped initially and picked off. And Eddie Jewell had a lot of space to run after the catch here.
Burris,
down the sideline.
Burris was working on Vincent Henry. Henry was able to get a hand on it, and Jewell made the catch, took it out, and now the Bears are deep into Falcon territory, 1st and 10 at the Fitchburg 33. McCarthy will keep this one himself. Straight into the line. He's gained about 3 yards. That should be the final play of the third period.
Yeah, and Mike McCarthy, who's averaged about 5.4 yards per rush, will end the third period with that 4-yard gain right there.
Third interception of the day for Christian Lopez, and a really frustrating day for him. The Falcon offense has looked competent at points, but turnovers have killed them. And as we look at the near sideline, we see Kyle Pearson and Saj Thakar both warming up. Purely speculation, maybe they're just getting some throwing in, but perhaps Christian Lopez is going to be coming out of this game.
Lopez, who started this game, we'll see what Fitchburg State's plan is.
And there you see Thakar. He was one of the seniors honored today on Senior Day. A little further down to his left, you'd see Kyle Pearson, number 13. Pearson's a freshman quarterback. Of course, we saw both Thakar and Pearson a couple of weeks ago in the disappointing defeat against Mass Maritime, I believe that game was. Pearson and Thakar both warming up on the sidelines as we begin the fourth quarter of action here at Elliott Field. Bridgewater State has the ball. It will be second down and about 7 at the Fitchburg State 30. McCarthy stays in as the quarterback. He has Gentili and Branch in the backfield with him. It's a quick pass to Branch at the near side. He's out of bounds. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Bridgewater State opening up the fourth quarter with an option play there, and looks like, as you see here, McCarthy with the pitch, and I don't think they got back to the line of scrimmage. I think they lost a yard.
It was a good decision by McCarthy to make the pitch, but there was nothing Branch could do with the ball either. Third down and 7 now for Bridgewater State. Taking the snap is going to be back to pass, throwing over the middle. That pass is low, but it is caught. Great extension and catch by Nick Pistachio.
Yeah, you see here McCarthy drop back, and he has Pistachio down the middle of the field, makes a nice spiral there. And that throw was thrown a little bit behind him, but a nice throw, and Pistachio able to make the adjustment.
A little behind, a little low, but a great catch by Pistachio. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears at the Falcon 18. Branch lines up to the right of McCarthy. He'll get the carry on a sweep to the left. Not much developing. He's back to the line of scrimmage, still on his feet. Finally run out of bounds inside the 10. That's close to a first down on a play that initially looked to have been blown up in the backfield.
Yeah, Blaze Branch making the most out of this one. You see it takes a handoff and almost got tripped up in the backfield there and made a nice cutback to the middle, and that was how he was able to gain yardage on this play. And finally forced out of bounds by number 5 of Fitchburg State, Tevin Bienemy.
They will give him a first down, so 1st and goal at about the 5. Branch gets the carry coming to the near side this time. He's back to the line of scrimmage and this time wrapped up. Looked like a Leisure Torres, Terran Seaforth, and a couple of other Falcons making the stop there. Gain of just a yard.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it here. And tried to cut it back and see Torres on the play there for Fitchburg State.
Right at the end of that replay, you saw Jared Diorio getting into it with a Falcon defender. A little bit of pushing and shoving from both sides, but no flags. 2nd down and goal now from the 4. McCarthy will throw for it. Pass was tipped, falls incomplete. I believe that was intended for Matt Monahan.
And we'll take a look at this again. Matt Monahan was open for a second, but that ball looked like it was deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Good work by the Falcon D-line. We didn't see who got a hand on it, but whoever did most likely prevented a touchdown because Monahan was open. .12:42 left to play in this one. Bridgewater State looking for the cherry on the sundae. Another touchdown would put them up 47-14. McCarthy rolls to his left, throws for the end zone. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Looked like it was intended for, was that Monahan again?
Yeah, it was, and you see it right here. McCarthy rolling out, and this was a pretty slow throw to the corner of the end zone, and I think it gave Seaforth time to adjust and make the tip, and it will force a 4th down. We'll see what Bridgewater State decides to do here. Looks like they're going to kick.
They are indeed lining up for what would be about a 22-yard field goal, just a little longer than your standard extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, it's low, but it is still good, so it is now 44-14 with 12:28 remaining in the 4th quarter.
Their 3rd field goal of the game, I believe, for Bridgewater State.
Usually in Division III, you don't see too much success with the kicking game, and certainly these haven't been, 50-yard boots into the wind, but it's nice to have that facet of the game where if you're down inside the 25, the 20, you can get 3 points.
Yeah, and Bridgewater State, they're already well ahead in this game. That field goal opens it up to a 44-14 game now. 30-point lead.
And the Falcons have had chances, at least on the offensive side of the ball. They've turned it over a few times too many, and just honestly, Alex, their defense can't stop anyone right now. Bridgewater has marched down the field almost effortlessly.
Yeah, and you look at last week, they gave up 56 points to Max Maritime, and the way the second half has gone, Bridgewater State has just poured it on.
It doesn't matter how many points you score. When you're giving up 110 points in 2 games, you're not going to win those 2 games. Kickoff is returned by Luis Cruz. They're going to blow him down. They're going to say he was down by contact before the ball came loose. So the Falcons will maintain possession. 1st and 10 at about their own 30 as Cruz is helped off the field.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it here in a break for Fitchburg State. We'll take a look and see if he was down or not. And there you see the hit. I would say that's pretty inconclusive off of that replay.
Well, fortunately, there is an instant replay.
Falcon offense, 1st and 10.
Falcons will come out 1st and 10 at their own 30. Christian Lopez, the hobbling Christian Lopez, is still in the game at quarterback. He will have Luis Feliz as his tailback. Whistles before the snap. Looks like they're going to call a false start.
There will be a false start against Fitchburg State. Back them up 5.
Alex, do your eyes tell me anything different? Does it look like Christian Lopez is in a lot of pain out there?
You know what? It seems like he is very uncomfortable. And you'll see it right here. It looked like he was limping back to make that handoff. And maybe a break for him personally.
1st and 15 for the Falcons. Back to live action. Handoff goes to Feliz. He's back to the initial line of scrimmage and a yard more. So a gain of 6 will bring up 2nd down and 9.
Feliz picks up 6 on that play, and I do not believe we have seen Stephon Teague in a while.
Teague was the tailback on the last drive, but he was favoring his leg. So we'll see about him. I don't see him receiving treatment on the near sideline. 2nd down and 9 now for the Falcons. High snap. Handoff does go to Feliz along the near sideline. He runs out of bounds at the 39-yard line, a gain of 7. And Alex, you hate to belabor the point, but after every snap, especially that one where it was high and he had to jump for it, Christian Lopez is almost barely able to walk right now. He is obviously hobbling in a lot of pain.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if Fitchburg State is mulling a quarterback change if this continues for a while.
3rd down and 1 for the Falcons. I formation behind Lopez. Feliz the tailback. Junior Lewis Saint is the fullback. It's a handoff to Lewis Saint. Straight up the middle. He's across the 1st down marker. Mark him down at the Falcon 41. Couple hard yards and a big 1st down for the Falcons. They'll keep the ball. can see there Christian Lopez continues to hobble toward the huddle. Clock ducks under 10:35 to play in this one as the Falcons come to the line. I formation behind Lopez once again. Anthony Brooks lines up on the near side. Jordan Burris on the far. Handoff goes to Luis Feliz. He's hit at the line. Falls forward, gain about half a yard.
Yeah, just a short gain for Feliz up the middle there. And you'll see it right here. Lopez still in the game. And takes a handoff there. 38 for Bridgewater State. Anthony Frizzocco was on the tackle there.
Right now, the Bears are just crashing the line. They are not really afraid of Lopez dropping back to pass. And even on the handoffs, he's taking an extra half second to get back there. And that's making it difficult for Feliz to get the running game going. 2nd down and 9 now. Handoff goes to Feliz again. Breaks the initial tackle and is very close to midfield. They'll mark him down right at the 50, so that's a good gain, about 8 yards. It will bring up 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, it brings up a 3rd and short for Fitchburg State, and it'll be interesting to see as we look at the replay here. And really fighting his way to midfield was...
Timeout called by the Falcons after their 2nd down run by Luis Feliz. So they'll stop the clock with 9:07 to go in this one as Pat Haverty looks for a 3rd down play. Really, it's not much suspense. I think it's going to be a handoff. Question is to whom?
You would have to think that Feliz will be in the backfield for this, and
it has
a big 3rd down here for Fitchburg State in this game.
It certainly is for the Falcons. I think victory has been out of their reach for a while now, but they would certainly like to get points on the board, get out of senior day with a positive note. Big crowd on hand here. You see the Lunenburg High Marching Band has continued to join us. We thank them for their presence. And Christian Lopez will lead the offense back to the line of scrimmage here on 3rd down and 1 at midfield. Feliz is the tailback, Junior Lewis Saint the fullback. Feliz gets the carry. He has a 1st down and a little bit more. He's across the 45 and mark him down at the Bridgewater 43. A gain of 7 and a Falcon 1st down.
And that was for Zacco again and on the play for Bridgewater State. But a 1st down for Fitchburg.
Lopez will go under center on 1st and 10. Burris and Spencer lined up on the near side. Handoff goes to Luis Feliz. He cuts it out to the near side, looking to get something. He finally plows forward, gains about 5 yards.
Yeah, you'll see it here. Feliz taking the handoff to the left side, and Phil Elias and on the tackle.
Good gain for Feliz, give him about 6 yards. As we go under 8 minutes left to play in the 4th quarter, it will be 2nd down and 4 for Fitchburg State. Junior Lewis Saint lines up to the right. It's a high snap. The ball is on the ground and picked up by Bridgewater. Fumble recovered by Andrew Anderson.
Andrew Anderson getting right into the backfield on this play. And just a disaster. You see the fumble snap there, and Anderson into the backfield immediately. The ball bounced right into his hands, and another turnover for Fitchburg State in this game.
Lopez couldn't handle the snap, and then it looked as if Luis Feliz wanted to dive on the ball, but Lopez put his left hand out to stop him. You saw that on the replay. Lopez put his left hand out, and Feliz stopped almost like Lopez was saying, no, let me pick it up. But then Andrew Anderson dives in, and now the Bears have the ball.
Certainly confusion there, and it results in another Fitchburg State turnover.
In at quarterback for Bridgewater State is John Crisciullo. Handoff goes straight up the middle. Gain of about 5 on the play. I believe the ball carrier there was Cody Brewer.
Yeah, so Bridgewater State bringing in the backups here, and you see Brewer up the middle. Short gain, but this game is really got away from Fitchburg State.
Well in hand for the Bears. Leading by 30 halfway through the fourth quarter. We'll see the second and third stringers. Bouchard is the running back to the right of Crisciullo. Bouchard gets the carry on second down. He's across the 45. Marked down very close to a first down. They will move the chains.
And we'll see this again. Bouchard takes it right up the middle and just dragged down. That was 44 for Fitchburg State. The senior Jim Caparel then on the tackle trying to drag him down, and Bridgewater State gets another first down.
First and 10 for the Bears at the Falcon 43. Handoff goes to Brewer this time. He's breaking tackles across the 30, brought down at the 26. So Cody Brewer comes in, and the Bears continue to run against the Falcon defense.
Yeah, Brewer here takes it right up the middle. A nice cut there. And sees the space. A big hit there by number 28 of Fitchburg, Farron Davis. And that saved almost an even bigger gain for Bridgewater State, who's really controlling the clock here in the fourth quarter.
First and 10 for the Bears at the Falcon 25. Handoff goes straight up the middle. That was Tobias Bouchard this time. He gains a couple.
As we approach under 6 minutes remaining in this game.
So after a steady dose of Mike Gentili and Ben Desmaris so far on this drive, it has been Cody Brewer and Tobias Bouchard. Some fun names on Bridgewater, I gotta say. Congratulations. Second down and about 7 for the Bears. This time Crisciullo will keep it himself. He's across the 20 to the mark him down at the 21. Crisciullo gains about 4.
And you see Bridgewater State changing their personnel, but not necessarily getting away from their game plan. They are running the ball again, and you see Shulo on that run up the middle. Third down and 5 for Bridgewater State. And again, they are controlling the clock here in the second half.
Bears will come out with Bouchard to the right of Crisciullo. Bouchard takes the pitch to the right. Looking for a hole. He's got one. They're going to mark him down close to the line to gain.
Yeah, we'll see it again. Bouchard takes the toss here up the right side, and running in to make the tackle on that was 49 Tyler Rollbar for Fitchburg State.
They mark Bouchard a good yard short of the line to gain, so it will be 4th down and 1, and you see Michael Cruz come in as an extra tailback. Brewer gets the carry on 4th down, straight into the line. He falls forward. It will depend on the spot. I think he does have enough for a first down. However, the ball, a Falcon came out with the ball. I think they're going to mark him down, and they'll take an official's timeout to spot the ball and measure.
So, John, I'll ask you. Wow, looks like they're giving it to Fitchburg State.
They're just going to say he was short. So, to answer your question, I think he was short.
And you would be correct.
I win. Awesome.
And here it is. See Brewer up the middle there, and really nowhere to go up the middle on short yardage. Credit Fitchburg State there with controlling the line of scrimmage. 48, Gasparo, and the the junior linebacker making the tackle.
So the Falcon offense will come back out onto the field, and as they do, they are led by a new quarterback. Saj Thakar will take the snap under center for the Falcons. Handoff goes to Feliz, running to the right. He breaks one tackle, dives across the line of scrimmage, and is marked down at the 20 after a gain of 2. So Thakar, the senior, listed in your program as a wide receiver, but he has done both receiving and quarterbacking over his Falcon career.
Yeah, you see Feliz there, and gain of 3 on that play.
Good to see Thakar getting one last turn under center here at Elliott Field. He was one of the many Falcons honored as part of the Senior Day festivities before the game. And Thakar will go under center on 2nd down and 7. Handoff to Feliz, running to the left this time. Hit after a gain of about 3. So
we'll see it right here. Thakar to Feliz again, and
perhaps not surprising, down by 30 points, and with a third-string quarterback in there, the Falcons electing to just hand the ball off, grind down the last of this clock.
And does this set up the opportunity for me to ask you about the Patriots and Jets on Sunday?
I suppose it does, if you want me to get very angry. I'm not expecting good things out of the Patriots this year. Handoff goes to Feliz on 3rd and 3. He's hit very close to the line to gain. They're going to stop the clock. I think they'll wind up moving the chains. They will indeed. Feliz has a first down. Getting back to your question, I think the Patriots are a much better team than the Jets, but given the way they've played, I'm going to think they find some way to lose. It's been very frustrating to watch the Pats defense the past few weeks.
The key for them will be late in the game. Can they hold on? That has always been the case.
Or if you listen to ESPN, the key is Tebow, 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 Tebow. Handoff goes to Tebow straight up the middle. Cuts this one out to the far side. Feliz is across midfield to the 45-40. Finally driven out of bounds after a gain of about 31 yards.
Luis Feliz getting a lot of play here in the second half. And he takes a handoff there. Bridgewater State probably with their second and third stringers in that defense. So Feliz gets the space that he needs down the sideline and takes it inside the Bridgewater State 40.
Mark him down at the 39, minute and a half to play in this one as the Falcons look to get a final score on the board. Handoff goes to 29. That's Malik Daniel. And he was running behind the blocking of Matt Belanger, the linebacker, who's in at fullback now.
Yeah, and we'll take a look at this again. And that was Cameron Dubio, the safety from Bridgewater State, in on the play.
Belanger, another senior, getting a chance to play on the offensive side of the ball here on what looks to be the final drive of the day on Senior Day at Elliott Field. High snap taken in by Thakar, rolling to his right, looks to get something. He's back to the line of scrimmage and not much more. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 11 if the Falcons elect to let one more play off.
And we'll take a look at high snap there from Thakar, and that really forced them to run the ball out. And taken down on that play after a real short gain by Andrew Anderson from Bridgewater State.
So time for one last play for the Falcons. 5 seconds on the clock. Thakar takes the snap, and it's a handoff to Malik Daniel straight up the middle. He's across the 35 to the 30. Marked down there, just short of a first down, and that will do it for Senior Day here at Elliott Field. It started with promise, and it ended rather disappointingly, I would say. Final score, the Bears of Bridgewater 44 and the Fitchburg State Falcons 14. Alex Bogdasarian, your thoughts?
Well, you think about how did Bridgewater State win this game. They came in with balance. You knew that they were going to run the ball a lot, and they have a great passing game as well. you would have to say that Mike McCarthy was the player of the game. And Bridgewater State really had complete control over time of possession. They opened it up in the second half with that big interception, which really, made it known to Fitchburg State that they were really going to roll over them in this game. And a disappointing way for the Fitchburg State seniors to end their home careers with a 30-point loss.
The Falcons do go down in defeat on Senior Day, but it is a proud day for the seniors. They get to play in front of their home crowd one more time. On behalf of the all-volunteer crew of FATV, you see their names right there, and my colleague Alex Bogdasarian, I'm John Gugerty. We want to thank you so much for staying with us throughout the entire home season here at Elliott Field, and don't think that Fitchburg Access TV is done. We'll still have Thanksgiving football and several other events coming up throughout the